Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? Yes, I've lost my voice. I'll tell you about that later. Anyway, my name is Fumidesaluvold. For those of you that are stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed, child. You are so very welcome indeed. Are we living and loving the Afro? When I tell you, I am just loving. I am loving it so very much.
My name is ENITAN, hair coach. I am UK's first ever hair coach and a trichologist. We are a team of trichologists and hair coaches here in W6 London, and we help those who are desperate and have tried and everything else has failed. We look after those who have chronic scalp concerns, flaky, itchy scalp that's been going on for many years. We help those that have hair loss that has progressed instead of improved, and we help those that just generally want to have a better understanding of better quality hair, length, volume, and reduce that dryness. Visit us by clicking here.
And I'm also loving a particular palette, Danisa Myricks. Baby, you did that. Danisa Myricks has come out. I don't know why I'm just finding this out. She has come out with the Groundwork Blooming Romance. It is fabulous. If you have watery eyes like me, it's winter. Fantastic. I can't remember when I was so excited about makeup last. You have two textures, powder pigmented like crazy, and then you have like a cream. It's like a cream matte, and when you put this on the lid, I don't care how watery your eyes are, it stays in place. I lived and loved. As if that's not good enough, they came and gave us a pigmented powder. There you go. I don't know whether you can see it. When I tell you this is everything, I'm an older lady. And so I don't wear too much makeup. I just wear makeup that compliments me, you know, and makes me look soft and blurry and nice. You don't need to see any lines. I'm feeling so awake, so fabulous. I've been taking pictures of myself for days. I just live and love it. Beautiful. I live for it. What am I wearing? I'm wearing just a simple jeans dress from H&M. I got it from the sales rack. Yes, I did. Because I used to do retail. Yep, I was a sales girl back in the day for Tommy Hilfiger, Versace, Tiffany & Co, Tod's. I was that girl, and I realized that go to the sales rack first, and that's what I always do. And then if my money, my coin can reach, then I will come a little forward and see what kind of latest designs you got. So I got it, and I live and I love it. It's thick, it's warm, and it's fabulous. Okay dokie, my darling, so why are we here? Beyonce, darling, I empathize with you. Beyonce's latest name change sparks debate amongst fans. Yes, Forbes dropped Jay-Z's last name from Beyonce's Moniker. Beyonce and Jay-Z have sparked debate after Forbes dropped Jay-Z's last name from Beyonce's Moniker in a recent listing of the year's most powerful women. Cowboy Carter. Okay, Carter is his last name, Sean Carter. Fans were quick to notice that Beyonce 43 was identified as Beyonce Knowles rather than her official name Beyonce Knowles Carter, as in Fumidesaluvold. If I drop Vold, I'm back to Fumidesalu, which is my maiden name, and Knowles is her maiden name. Needless to say, fueling speculation of a potential name change. No, that's what you call saving coin, but let me read on. The news comes amid Jay-Z's do-da-do. I'm not going to get into all of that because when I tell you YouTube is on us, YouTube is on us. As soon as you say any kind of thingy, they'll be right, okay, we're giving you a strike. So I'm not going to read it. I really am not. This is my job. We're going to jump because we know what that's all about. And we're going to go into the next paragraph where it says, the timing for Forbes' decision to omit Carter in its feature of Beyonce was not lost on fans, who took onto social media to voice their surprise and theories. Some speculated a soft launch name change, with comments like, let me hear you all say, and nah, don't forget the Carter. Others humorously chimed in. Everyone say, hey, Miss Knowles. However, Some fans rushed to Beyonce's defense, pointing out that Forbes has frequently used her maiden name in the past. Forbes has always gone by just Beyonce Knowles. This is not new. There's no new news here, wrote one supporter. Went on to say, yet the speculation didn't entirely align, as Forbes referred to her as Beyonce Knowles Carter as recently as September when covering the launch of her whiskey brand Sir Davis. Beyonce, who has embraced the Carter name for over a decade, even touring as Mrs. Carter and naming her recent album Cowboy Carter, has not commented. She's never going to comment. She'll comment in a song, but she's not going to comment now. Are you kidding me? On the speculation. The couple, who share a combined net worth of $3 billion, have long been pillars of the R&B and hip-hop world, celebrated of their artistic achievements and family legacy. The lawsuit, which has thrust Jay-Z into the spotlight, alleges that one or two things happened in 2000 at the VMAs in New York City at the Radio City Music Hall. Let me stop right there. You know, I talked about this in the other episode, and I'm going to climb on it because when I read your comments, I miss that banter, and I'm going to do a lot more lives, but I'm just so busy trying to get this brand and meet my certain deadlines. A 13-year-old girl has no business being there. Now, as far as I am concerned, a 13-year-old girl has allies. What are allies? That means that she's got 13 other friends that will tell her parents that she's somewhere else. To blame the parents or to say where were the parents were at work, the parents were doing their job, their parents were looking after other siblings, the parents were assured by other parents who thought that their children, that they were all in school after class. I say that because I've done it. Yes, I have. Do you remember, what was it called? New Edition. Was it New Edition or New Image? Past the Duchy on the right-hand side. They came to Nigeria. My parents dropped me off at school. My mama kissed me goodbye. My father gave me lunch money and walked me to the gate. And I left school and went to go and watch, what do they call this group? But let me just find out. Musical Youth. That was what they were called at the time. Musical Youth. So, you know, to say where were the parents were right there. Oop, ain't that a trip? Now the father of the girl has come out to say he does not remember that. He says, I got a lot going on, but I would have remembered that. See what I'm talking about? Let's see how this is all gonna play out. Needless to say, you see, homegirl called the dad when she was in trouble, and I think she was dropped off at a station. Before we even call on the girl, I want to know who the driver was, who took this girl to a house where she was going to be unsupervised. That's who I want to talk to. That's who I want to what? That's who I want to talk to. Yeah. Moving along. And of course, the girl now is now an adult. And of course, JC has said, no, I don't want a civil case. That is with Tony Busby. Talking about he got a cheap suit. JC, no name calling. No name calling, darling, because you see, that's only going to dig your grave. Don't do that, okay? Whether it's wearing a cheap suit or not, that is not for you to say. You just state your facts. And like I said, show me your friends and I'll show you who you are. So this is kind of sort of tricky. I can understand why things are kind of going left right now. So if I were you, I'd just be quiet, show up for your daughter, step all the way back. I digress. Like I said, I am just living. I'm living for this. I am living for this. Oof. Go and look at my past videos. Hairline is back, face is snatched. Jay-Z said Where we come from, we don't play those kind of games. I don't want a civil case. I want a criminal case, because we don't play with children. Well, not so long ago, Jay-Z, you were kind of trading candy. What do you think that effect had on children? On the children's parents that passed away, on the children's siblings that they lost, on the children themselves. It might not have been direct the way you are looking at it, but you see this street cred, it's not street cred, it's stupid. And it's reckless, and you did it because you needed to make some kind of coin. So right out here in these streets talking about, no, we don't do this, and you know this, that, and the third. No. Just be quiet. Don't get too emotional. Just be quiet, because this is the road you go down when you have some kind of friends and you are not out in the clear yet, because we have one or two people who will lie their head on the chopping board, chop my head off, and swear that this was what you were doing. So what do I have to say about all of this? It could be true. It could be true. It could be a situation whereby from the very second that Diddy was being looked upon, and that's the difference for me when it comes to Jay-Z. You see, we had Homeland Security out here in these streets going to both houses of Diddy's and raiding them. They've not done that with Jay-Z. We have a lady who is now an adult. She's 37 now, 24 plus 13, 37, who is now 37, and she said A, B, and C. Now, I am divided. Should she be revealed? I don't know, baby. She's still terrified. She doesn't know whether this is going to be a good idea for her. In exposing her, she exposes her family, the neighborhood. Everything is going to go right down the tubes, which brings about Tony Busby. I've been hearing out in the streets that Tony Busby is not exactly the wonderful Texan lawyer that you want to make shimmy to and have a Bellini cocktail with. He will bully you, he will scare you, and he is a hound dog. Now, I don't think that those are qualities that you should not have if you're a lawyer. You need to have those hound dog qualities, because you are dealing with some very dark situations. I can't do it. I don't have the heart. That's why I said let me come into entertainment, because when I tell you I can give you a story, I can be in court and I'll be like, Miss Smith, let me tell you a story. Listen to the story. I can do it. I live for it. I'm a story time teller. I'll give you all of the stories. I live for it. I love to, relive past and color your minds with the most fabulous images. I have that gift. I do. I would have done the law. I would have. I think law is sexy. Law is one of the most fabulous careers ever. I shimmy to it every once in a while. It's the cases that are too dark for me. I just can't do it. I'm a light person. I love to laugh. I love to be happy. I buy light colors. I love whites and creams and all kinds of shebangs. That's just me. I love to be positive at all times. Honestly, for me, for my mental health, for my being, I'm light. And because of that, I just can't go down. That is why after a while, and Fumi Nation, you know me so well. A lot of you said, Fumi, take care of yourself. This is very dark. And we like the fabulous Fumi, the makeup Fumi, the fashion, beauty, vloggy Fumi. We don't want to be going down these dark streets. And I concur. And so having said that, Jay, this is a situation and this is a time that's quite intense. And I know Beyonce said we got 3 billion. If anything happens to you, I've got these kids that I have to take care of. So let us start soft launching, separating one or two things for now. Because, unfortunately, or you know what, at last, any which way you want to look at it, because do I feel that Jay-Z is guilty? I don't know. But I do know that he's guilty of maybe he saw or he was around. That's it. But I like to believe my fellow sister. I really do. So I'm kind of sort of torn. But Homeland Security did not come running after Jay-Z. No. They came running after Diddy. They've not done that with Jay-Z yet. We will have to see. But I believe that it is coincidental. And from the second that Diddy was looked upon, his place, his house was raided. Beyonce is smart. She said, Jay, Sean, come on through to the bedroom, baby. Let's take care of one or two things out here in the streets, just to be careful, just to make sure everything is what? Everything is copacetic. It's not a laughing matter. I think that she's not going to put the name up there. No. And she's going to distance. They have to start separating until this saga is over. And this saga is not over, far from over. As a matter of fact, it is imploding. Hollywood will never be the same again, and thank God for it. But this is what's coming. And if you think that we are anywhere close, baby, wait until Diddy's case starts in May. The trial starts 5th of May. I know it's the 5th of May. I've remembered 5th of May, not because of him, but because we are going to have the most fashionable event, and that is going to be the Met Gala. Oh, Anna, you should invite me, darling. You really should. You really should. Let me give you a show up here in these red carpet New York streets. Until then, my darlings, do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, baby. And I will see you what? I'll see you sooner than later. Okay? All of my love. Mwah.